Alright guys, so we're back for another Dokkan battle video. I want to move pretty quick here because there is a lot I want to go through, right? So I want to do a comparison video, TUR EZA JANEMBA versus TUR, version of Kale and Caulifla, which is a better TUR in the game. So this is it's going to be difficult because, number one, people don't run Hit because Hit is not that great. I'm sorry, he's not. With the defense and stuff, 3.22 million. So, I mean, here's the thing. TUR Kale and Caulifla do not pull out 3 million attack stats, right? Like, that's... The LR, can get well above that, but the TUR, no. It's just not happening. Like, that's incredibly impressive, right? So, I mean, as you guys can see, I'm going to try my absolute very best to be completely unbiased in this video, and I think opening up with Janemba doing that is a very good way of doing that. So, my plan for this video... we're gonna go through a couple turns of a Dokkan event here with Janemba. We're gonna do the same with Kale and Caulifla. I'm gonna try and do it so, like, we would do one stage where Kale and Caulifla are going up against a non-Pure Saiyan, non-Universal Survival Arc enemy, and then maybe one where they're going up against like a Pure Saiyan or just a Universal Survival Arc. Because here's the thing, I feel like there's no way to argue it. If you're going up against a Universal Survival Arc / Pure Saiyan enemy, Kale and Caulifla are twice as good as Janemba. Like, that's just how it is, right? But, like, there's not that many of those around, right? That's basically like UI Goku, I guess Kabe, but like you don't really fight him very often. Like the Universe 6 Saiyans like Kale and Caulifla, and then like Evolution Blue Vegeta. Like, those are pretty much like the only units that you're gonna fight that are like pure Saiyans, right? So look at Janemba. Janemba just mopping up everything. He doesn't really get hit hard, even in like, Super Battle Road, he barely gets hit. So that's the other thing, too, I want to do is I do want to quickly go through maybe, like, the first 2 rounds of, like, an EZA. We'll probably get one more turn with Janemba, and then I'm going to move on because there's a lot I want to cover here. We'll probably go into Super Battle Road with both Kale and Caulifla and Janemba on turn 1, and, maybe, like, turn 2 as well, see how they hold up, handle. Janemba is probably much better in Super Battle Road because... Turn 1, he's, just as strong as he is on turn 27, right? Whereas Kale and Caulifla are a unit that builds up, and, in Super Battle Road, oftentimes you don't really have that big of a chance to build up, right? Many times those fights will go, 4 turns, maybe 3 turns, maybe very rarely 5 turns, unless it's one of those... There's a couple of, like, big-time fights in there where they have, like, 10 million plus HP. That's a little bit different, but for the most part... that's the way it's going to work. Okay. Yeah, I'll just have Metal Cooler go first just because I don't want Janemba to get stunned here. But, like, we already know Janemba can completely neutralize anything Kid Goku's going to do. Kid Goku cannot damage Janemba. It's just that simple, right? So let's see what number Janemba puts up right here. And our boy gets up to 2.39. Well, that's without his passive. His passive did wear off. One thing to remember is that Janemba does have a passive. He needs to be hit for that to activate, I believe, for 4 turns. Like, that sounds like, that might be a bit annoying, but it's really not that big of a deal. You just get hit, his passive activates, it wears off, you get hit again, and his passive is up again. So, like, I don't really consider that a negative against Janemba because of how easy it is to just get it up, right? Just get hit one time. And I believe Janemba also has his dodge chance attached to that as well, too. That is an important thing. So, all right, let's take a look at Kale and Caulifla now. Again, I guess we'll go up against an event, maybe against, like, a Universal Survival Arc enemy or just a Pure Saiyan enemy, and see, like, how they mesh there. And maybe we'll also look at them in an event going up against a non-Pure Saiyan or Universal Survival Arc enemy as well. Alright, so we are here on a Universe 6 team. We have TUR Kale and Caulifla, right? Now, the one thing is I did load the team up basically as best as I could to get the full power out of Kale and Caulifla. Again, I'm sort of trying to see Janemba maxed out versus Kale and Caulifla maxed out. Like, that's the point. Like, here on my channel, you guys know I've got everything rainbowed. Like, I'm not on a private server account. This is my account right here. So, like, I just like to look at everything, like, rainbowed compared to rainbowed. Best situation compared to best situation. I mean, as you guys saw, turn 1 with Janemba, I had him, with double Turles, and he had a 3.2 million attack stat. Keep in mind, Janemba could have gotten even higher, by the way, with Big Bad Bosses active. It's just in a Dokkan event, and you have Janemba on the team, you're not really going to have Big Bad Bosses active. So he'll take damage right there, 63k. That's not so bad, 1.17 million, but here's the thing. We know how this goes. They attack, and they attack, and they keep coming, and they keep coming, and then they get an extra chance for defense, like higher defense, and then they get extra chance to dodge. Like, they just they're relentless. That's the thing about Kale and Caulifla. They are just absolutely relentless and ridiculous and crazy. They are nutso, right? I feel like I kind of get the feeling that after I'm done with this video, I think most people are probably going to think Janemba is going to look better. The reason is because I do plan on going into Super Battle Road, right? And that is going to be the big difference, right? If we're just in a normal... Oh, hit is going to... I'm going to have to actually use a healing item here. In like a normal Super Battle Road stage, you know, if you're not going up against a Pure Saiyan enemy, you're not going up against a Universal Survival Arc enemy, like, you know, or even if there are, right? Like, Kale and Caulifla, they have to build up. Like no matter what, they need a turn to build up. LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is like that. LR Gohan and Goten are like that. You know, even LR Kale and Caulifla are like that, where you gotta get them that one turn where they can actually build their power up, and then they're great defensively, even in something like Super Battle Road. Whereas Janemba, like, really right away, right out the gate, Janemba is going to be very, very A-okay in, whatchamacallit, Super Battle Road. Okay, so one unfortunate thing here, I'm going to use a Princess Sync. One unfortunate thing is that we don't have LR Kale and Caulifla linked up with them. Keep in mind, if we had this rotation, but instead of the SSR Kale and Caulifla, it was LR Kale and Caulifla, they would be able to put up, you know, a better attack stat, because they basically have the entire same link set. I think they do. I think every link that TUR Kale, like, they have every single link activated by the LR, and then the LR just has legendary power, which they don't have, right? We're probably going to tear through this Super Saiyan Goku pretty quickly. Oh, okay, you're supering Champa. How nice of you. This isn't really that big of a deal, though, because I did use a defense item. And then this Goku hits insanely hard, but it's more so once he goes into his Rage form. Keep in mind, global players, this is probably the next guy coming out. 1.55. Okay, so that's really good. So remember, the highest thing we saw from Janemba was 3.22, but he can get higher. So then they're at basically 1.8 million, then 1.55 again. So now they're above what Janemba was putting up before. Like this number right here was higher than what we saw from Janemba. They did not get their hidden potential system like additional as well either. So, well, I mean, here's the thing. That was very, very close. But then again, this is without them having... They don't have Super Saiyan active. They do have Fierce Battle active, however, but it's Super Saiyan. So, you know, they would have been able to clear what Janemba was putting up. I don't know if I want to say easily, but I guess I could just say easily, right? I probably am going to hop into an event against a non-Pure Saiyan enemy next, by the way. Okay, so... Oh, this is so dumb. I can't... Okay, first thing we have to do here is we have to use a defense item. We have to, because, like, double hits on this, we'll die. Because I don't... Can this Goku be stunned? No, he can't. Yeah, we'll die. Unfortunately, Kale's going to do a lot of damage here. Hit has to super attack, which is annoying, but I can avoid my rainbow hit from super attacking, which is really nice. Okay, so this Goku is pretty tough. The friend hit I'm using is 55% in the dupe system. I think Goku should survive, so we should make it to the next turn. We'll be able to see the TUR Kale and Caulifla with their better attack stat, right? Better than the number we saw previously. All right, the reason I used double King Yama, by the way, right here, this Goku hits similarly to a Super Battle Road level enemy. That's why I really like this Dokkan event for that reason. That's why they created that King Kai item. Like, I saw a post on the Dokkan subreddit recently, someone asking, like, what is this item here that JP has that Global doesn't have? What does it do? And what it does is it lowers Goku's rage meter in this fight. Okay, so let me see here. I do not believe they would get anything additional from being linked up with Champa, so we can put them right there in that first spot. What's their defense, by the way, now? 200k defense. Okay. So, based upon how many attacks they get, Kale and Caulifla, the TUR, I think they can get up to a 50% chance to dodge. So, in something like the Legendary Goku event, they're easily better than Janemba. It's not even close. Like, the TUR shits on Janemba. Not even close, right? But they do have to get 10 attacks in order to get that 50% chance to dodge. But at this point, we're pretty close to that. Plus their 200k defense. And this is the reason I've been touting, like, the LR is the best unit in the game. Because not only do they hit so hard, are they relentless with so many attacks, but they have defense on that level, and then they have, like, a 50% plus chance to dodge. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, so right here in this fight, TUR Kale and Caulifla, to me, did look better. Now, again, this is a max situation. Keep in mind that a max situation for Kale and Caulifla is way different from Janemba, right? For Janemba, you basically just need Turles and Janemba. But for Kale and Caulifla, it's like you need SSR Kale and Caulifla, you need LR Kale and Caulifla, you need TUR Kale and Caulifla. Like, it's a lot different of a situation, right? So that is definitely fair. Okay, so let's not stop though. Let me not be biased towards Kale and Caulifla. So now I'm gonna hop into an event. Keep in mind they could have been better than what we saw here, because they could be going up against a Pure Saiyan / Universal Survival Arc enemy. I just wanted them to go up against one of the two categories. Now we'll go up against, I guess, LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who will have no categories, and we'll see kind of how they'll fare there. Alright guys, so now we're going up against Gohan. I feel like, you know, one thing I didn't do, I think, is have a rotation where Janemba did not have a support type unit on rotation. That would have been important to see, because a lot of these rotations with Kale and Caulifla, we don't have support units, but we are getting the majority of their links, right? Whereas with Janemba, like, we didn't get big bad bosses with Janemba, so I guess it's probably fair. Okay, so they start out with 74k defense. Now, this is going to be real interesting, right? Because now that we're going up against Gohan, they'll do their super attack, they'll do a guaranteed normal, and then that's it. So we'll see how fast their defense will build and how much damage they'll be able to put out in a situation like that. I mean, they're still more or less going to be around like a 2 million attack stat. Well, nah, a little bit less than a 2 million attack stat. But, like, you know, they are able to do a decent amount of damage. Here is where I think Janemba, like, he's going to probably easily out-damage them when they're like this. And it will still take them a few turns before they can out-defense Janemba as well. Especially without the potential for... I guess we'll just finish off Gohan. It's great, like, this... You know, this team links up so well together because they all have, like, Universe 6 and they all have Tournament of Power and stuff like that. So, like, it's just, like that's... It's one reason, like, LR Kale and Caulifla, another reason they're so good, you know, is because they... they always have, like, 20 key at least. Like, it's crazy. Like, you know, it's a big difference between, you know, LR Gohan, who, you know, doesn't always have 20 key every turn. It's pretty much how it works for him. Hits, you better finish him off right here. I'm just gonna tell you that very calmly and plainly, Hito. That better be a finishing knockout blow. Very good. Alright, good. Okay, cool. So now we'll move on to the LR version of Gohan. Let's see what Kale and Caulifla's defense is after Uno super attack. 121. Oh, okay. We also have Champa on rotation. I was like, that's a massive jump for just one super attack. Now, remember, every attack they perform gives them a 5% chance to dodge. So as of right now, they have a 10% chance to dodge from their passive, and then every attack, it goes up by 5%, right? So, like, usually, you know, if you get to, like, a third turn of them attacking, like, that's where, like, their defensive abilities will really, really come into play. So there's that. We did get an additional from their passive, but not a super attack. So, I mean, as you guys can see, without having Universal Survival Arc or Pure Saiyan enemies around, it is a pretty significant drop, right? Like, the LR is still capable of busting out, like, 5 million attack stats whenever they want to, right? But, like, you know, the TUR not really being able to get those extra attacks, it is going to especially hurt them defensively as well. So, looks like we don't have a choice. We're going to be super attacking left and right here as well. I think Gohan should survive. Hit will probably do some pretty good damage here, though. But I think Gohan will probably not be finished off. So we'll get one more turn to see what Kale and Caulifla can do. After this, I guess we'll just go into Super Battle Road. I don't know, maybe like the Extreme stage. And then maybe... see, Kale and Caulifla, it's tough because we go into the Universal Survival Arc stage and y'all know instantly, like they're better. Like, oh, this is probably done, actually. Maybe. Hit did a lot of damage. He really hit hard. But unless Kale gets a crit, we're gonna... Oh, it's over. Okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and just move on to Super Battle Road then. I guess we'll go back to Janemba. Probably the Extreme stage or movie bosses, something like that. Alright, guys, so we're here in Super Battle Road. This is the first turn for Janemba, right? That's very important. I currently have no items active, so... let's see how well my king, Janemba can perform in Super Battle Road. This will be good too, because we are going to see his attack stat without any support type units. And this is a Turles lead and then a friend Dragon Ball Super Broly. So 2.11 without support. That's very impressive. That is with his passive active though, so it could be lower. But look at that. Boom. Get out of here, Gohan. And then he's taking 13k on normals. I'm going to tell you this right now. In Super Battle Road, that's not an issue. And then a dodge. Boom. Turn 1. See, this is where Janemba is going to look a lot better than Kale and Caulifla. Because, like, I mean, if we're in the Universal Survival Arc stage and, like, they get their 3 super attacks off and then people, like, try and attack them after that, yeah. But, like, you know, Janemba, like that, it's just free. Like, he just completely dominates like that. He's very impressive. He is definitely one of the top units you can use in Super Battle Road. So, we'll definitely probably get one more rotation here. See how well Janemba will, you know, sort of hold up under the pressure. And then I guess I'll come back with Kale and Caulifla on, I don't know, maybe the super stage? Because that first part of the super stage, you are going up against Frieza's minions, like the Frieza Force. So no Pure Saiyans or Universal Survival Arc units. And then I might then hop into the Universal Survival Arc stage as well to kind of see the, like, compare and contrast when, you know, they've actually got the situation set up for him. Okay, so, yep, perfect. Plenty of attacks for Janemba to bob and weave around. You love to see it. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna blindly attack and stuff. It's fine. Okay, so Janemba, if he, like, eats a quick super attack right here, we'll activate Big Bad Bosses as well. So he'll have a very high attack stat. So barely any damage he's taking. 2.61, incredibly impressive, right? Again, this is why, like, you know, I think I do like Kale and Caulifla a little bit better than Janemba. But, like, it's a two-man race. It's just them and Kale and Caulifla. Like, you know, Kale and Caulifla and Janemba. You know, there's other TURs that are very good. You know, Piccolo would be in the discussion if his transformation was, you know, consistent on anything outside of his team. But, like, guess what? No one runs Piccolo. You can't run that team. Like, so, like, that's a little bit of an issue. All right, I mean, we saw enough from Janemba, right? He took no damage. He did a ton of damage. So he's incredibly impressive here on Super Battle Road. Let's go to Kale and Caulifla now. All right, guys, so here we are. We are on the super stage of Super Battle Road. We have Kale and Caulifla here on turn 1. Now, the only thing is I do realize that I have Ribrianne here. I mean, I guess it's not completely unfair because well, no, Turles doesn't give defense, though. Because we did have the rotation with Turles. Keep in mind that Ribrianne is giving them a significant buff here. The second fight is against Universal Survival Arc type enemies as well, so this might have gotten skewed a little bit by Ribrianne being on rotation 1, because she's giving them, what is it, 30% defense, I believe, which is not an insignificant amount at all. Okay, alright, so what were they at before? Is it 65k that they start out with or something like that, or 64k or something like that? We are only on a Universal Survival Arc team now, though. Remember, because you can't, besides the Universal Survival Arc stage, you know, in Super Battle Road, you can't have, like, Kale and Caulifla hit on the same team, basically. So, alright, let's see how they're gonna fare right here. Again, I think Frieza's probably gonna hit them incredibly hard. If Frieza super attacks, they're gonna get pimp smacked. I mean, let's just be real here. It's gonna be a pimp smacking right here. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. See, this is where Kale and Caulifla can be exposed a little bit. I mean, 140, that's not that bad, but this is where, you know, this type of unit, Kale and Caulifla, or LR Kale and Caulifla, they can be exposed a little bit, like, not having all their defense right away, right? Okay, they did get their additional attack, so they did do a decent amount of damage to the Shisame. But, like, you know, without having any chance for them to get their dodges, without their defense having been built up, you know, turn 1, they can get smacked around. Whereas, you know, that's the thing with Janemba. Doesn't really matter if it's turn 1 or turn 2 or turn 50. And the other thing, too, is, like, even though Janemba, to activate his 30% chance to dodge, he does have to get hit once, right? But I don't consider that really a big deal at all because, you know, you're going to want Janemba in a slot where he's attacked, like, you know, 5+ times. So the first hit, he doesn't have a chance to dodge, but then he will for the rest of those hits. And typically, you're probably going to want to keep Janemba in the first spot anyway, right? So it's really not a big concern. I guess I'll use a Princess Sync. I mean, I'm not trying to win this, so I'll just use a Princess Sync. For a second, I was like, I won't use an item, but like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna attack one of these random goobers right here because I actually would like a lot of them alive, so that there's a lot of attacks coming in the next turn. I actually should not have done this because that Frieza is probably done. I don't know that Frieza's gonna survive this. Yeah, he's out of here. Bye, Frieza. Yeah, LR Goku and Frieza attacking an enemy that has their attack lowered in Super Battle Road. Their type advantage. Yeah. See ya, Frieza. Have fun. That might have been a one-shot, honestly, on Frieza. So let's see what type of attacks are going to be coming out here towards Kale and Caulifla. Okay, there are a couple of, right there. That's good. So what's their defense at? 88k. All right, that's not too bad. That's after what, one super attack? So let's see. I would like to see Tagoma super because again, remember Janemba, his guard ability, he basically has type advantage against every type of unit. So like even if Janemba got supered by a physical type unit, which he might have, I think he did in our run, that doesn't really matter that much. It'll do a little bit of extra damage, but it's not anything bad. Whereas, you know, Kale and Caulifla, they could definitely be exposed by being super attacked by a tech type unit. That could happen. So 36k, definitely a much higher number than we want to see right there. Again, you know, every attack, their chance to dodge does go up as well, which is very, very helpful. So, okay, there is a super attack from Tagoma, and they take 300k. Ooh! So, I mean, there's just no mistaking that Janemba is better in Super Battle Road. I mean, his ability to go out there instantly and just block everything is very, very big. Let me skip ahead to the next fight where we'll actually be able to get them, like, all of the, like, Universe 6 enemies and stuff like that. So hold on. Okay, good. I was actually worried for a little bit that Jiren would stun the enemies. We would not have wanted that. Okay, so they start out with 67k defense right away. It's not enough. It's just flat out not. I'm gonna attack Automageddon. Now here's the good thing, right? Kabe is here, so they're gonna get at least their minimum of 3 super attacks plus their normal. So what we want to look at is the before and after. I actually hope that Hit does a normal attack for both attacks on TUR Kale and Caulifla here, so we can see the before and after of damage dealt at that point. So let's hope that Hit doesn't, you know, do anything crazy. We're probably gonna die on this turn, but it's not really a big deal. I do just, you know, kind of want to show like what Kale and Caulifla are capable of. So let's see how this goes. Normal Hit. Okay, good. All right, 62k. Okay, they might not actually even be able to get attacks off. They're gonna take, oh, okay, Automageddon didn't really hurt them badly. Okay, because, yeah, they got type advantage against him. Okay, so they took 60 plus K against Hit. After all their super attacks, let's see what number that drops to. I mean, I presume Hit is going to do double digits after this, again, with their stacking defense. After all these attacks, they're gonna have a moderate chance to dodge as well. You know, obviously the LR themselves, they have a much better chance to build up their dodge a lot quicker than the TUR, but the TUR does still build it up at a reasonable level for sure. Yeah, okay, so this is going to push Hit to taking double digits, but again, this is what I've talked about a lot. I've talked about it a lot lately with the LR, with Gohan and Goten, with LR Super Saiyan Gohan / Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He has the same exact thing, where that first turn, they can be exposed and they can get hit. This is not a problem exclusive to Kale and Caulifla. Again, Gohan and Goten, LR Super Saiyan Gohan, they're all like that, where, you know, that first turn, they can take damage, but typically, once you start getting onto, like, a second rotation, at that point, their defense is now going to be so high that, you know, normals will definitely do double digits, but in something like Super Battle Road, they'll probably still take a little bit of damage. Now, okay, so that pretty much covers it. I mean, we could go into the Legendary Goku event, but, like, it's just, like, not fair to Janemba. Like that, Kale and Caulifla are, like, made for that event, right? So, like, they are easily going to outshine Janemba in that event. It's not even going to be close. The hardest portions of that fight are against the Universal Survival Arc / Pure Saiyan enemy, so they're going to be at their full power during the most difficult portions of it. So, I probably will just finish it up here. Honestly, I would say after this video, Janemba definitely seemed to have won out. He definitely looked a bit more impressive. It's hard. It's like Kale and Caulifla, when they have their full stuff going, this TUR, they're easily better than Janemba. But, you know, especially if they've got only one, like if there's no Pure Saiyan or Universal Survival Arc enemy in front of them, like I think Janemba is clearly better. So this is a case of like, it depends on the circumstances, right? But like, I feel like, I guess overall, you probably could say Janemba's a little bit better. It's hard to say, because like if we go into EZA, I don't think... If we went into an EZA event, it's just going to be an extension of Super Battle Road, right? Where Janemba performs better in that turn 1, so Janemba would be better, I think, for EZA events. Battlefield, I guess, is a little bit similar as well, but, I mean, what's Kale and Caulifla's leader skill? Okay, 100% to join forces, 90% to Super AGL. So they definitely have a better leader skill for Battlefield than Janemba, because I believe Janemba gives, well, Janemba gives, I think, 90% as well to Int, is it? Yeah, 90% and 3 key to Int. I mean, that's not bad. That's honestly good enough to run him as a leader in Dokkan Battlefield. Like, you know, if you're a free-to-play player or a newer player, having him as your leader, I mean, that definitely could work well in Dokkan Battlefield. So, I don't know. I feel like at the end of this video, I will give a slight edge to Janemba. But keep in mind, in their best circumstances, Kale and Caulifla are far better than Janemba, right? Also keep in mind, I think we did see TUR Kale and Caulifla's max attack stat in this video, but we did not see Janemba's, because Janemba's is actually pretty... Well, Janemba's is pretty annoying to get, because you do have to have double Turles on rotation and big bad bosses. And typically what happens is Turles likes to transform every time I try and do that. So that would take a while. I guess maybe I'll end with Janemba's best attack stat. Like, I've already kind of given the W to Janemba, but I'll hop back into that movie boss stage of Super Battle Road, and I could probably get Janemba's best attack stat a little bit easier in there. Let's try it. Let's try it. All right, that was painless. First try, I actually got this. In my experience, Turles loves to transform nonstop when you're going for stuff like this. So this should be Janemba's max attack stat right here. I don't think you can get it higher than this. I could be wrong. There could be some, you know, certain circumstance, but, you know, with a double Turles, you know, this could be it right here. I guess I probably could have put Dragon Ball Super Broly as the lead for our team. I think that might have given a little bit of extra attack. I mean, this is still going to be a very, very high number, though. Okay, so... Let's see. Janemba will eat this up. You know, we've already established this. Sorry, can't do anything to him. 3.87. You know what? Man, let me hop back in. Let me put Dragon Ball Super Broly as the leader, which will give slightly more attack, because Janemba might be able to break 4 million there. Alright, guys. So, of course, you know, the first try, we got it pretty quick. This has actually taken me a good half hour to get this rotation. We have Dragon Ball Super Broly as the leader now, so Janemba, I think, will get above 4 million, but Piccolo here needs to do damage to Turles. I think just normal attacks should be enough. Wait a minute. I don't know if Janemba's passive is active. Oh. Dude. Oh, I'm telling y'all, this is it's so frustrating, because... Like, you get big bad bosses, and then Turles transforms every time. And this time, I don't know if Janemba got hit. I don't know if Janemba got hit. I think he did, actually. I think he did get hit. He did. 4 million. All right. Woo! I got real scared for a second. Let me tell you. It's so annoying, because Turles never transforms until you actually don't want him to. Then Turles transforms. It's so frustrating. But, alright, guys. So, I mean, there's that. I don't imagine Janemba can get a higher attack stat than that. 4 million. I mean, the fact that he's able to hit a 4 million attack stat, yeah. As much as I would like to give it to TUR Kale and Caulifla, I kind of think I gotta still give it to Janemba. I think Janemba is still the king of TURs, after all, at the end of this. You know, if you're going up against a Universal Survival Arc / Pure Saiyan enemy, Kale and Caulifla will completely dump on him. If you have at least one of the two categories they're going up against, I think Kale and Caulifla will put up a similar production level to Janemba. But I think the big equalizer is, 1, Janemba doesn't care who he's fighting against, and 2, it doesn't take Janemba time to get... Like, he's just you toss him out there and he's good. Like, he's got to get hit once, but, like, you want him to get hit anyway because he's, like, one of the best defensive units in the game. So, yeah. Looks like Janemba is the best TUR in the game still. Who knows when they're going to replace him because, I mean, at this point, Janemba's been the best TUR in the game for 10 months, going on 10 months now on JP. So, you know, we'll see. You know, Kale and Caulifla have been the best unit in the game since, what, mid-April? Janemba has been the best TUR in the game since mid-December. So, Akatsuki is scared to push it forward very clearly because, you know, they definitely held back on Gohan and Cell. They were not trying to make them better than Kale and Caulifla, so I don't know. But there we go. This took a while to make. Janemba does appear to be the king. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.